Now, I have to admit, it does seem like we've been showcasing just a lot of dungeon mods recently, and, I promise next week we'll have a bit more variety. But actually, today's mod of the day is, in fact, a graphics replacer, and in particular, we're taking a look at Lava Caverns Revamp by SVNR. And yes, that's the same author that brought you the utterly fantastic and amazing Imperial Towns Revamp, which, we showcased last month, and it just, it replaced all the Imperial Towns and architecture with just some fantastic looking graphics. And like that mod, today's mod is just an absolutely beautiful and utterly high quality replacer for the models and textures of the Lava Caverns, just completely replacing them with just some fantastic high quality assets. And I do just need to apologize for the interior lighting here. Lava Caverns are a bit difficult to find in the vanilla game. Most of them are pretty far out in the wilderness, and they do tend to be a bit on the dark side, so I do apologize for the interior lighting. Hopefully you can make out all the details here, because this is just, again, like I said, a fantastic looking replacer, and just leagues better than anything in the vanilla game. Just like Imperial Towns Revamp, this does a fantastic job of making these caverns feel just truly dynamic and, 3D. The problem that a lot of caverns had in vanilla Morrowind is that, their base cavern tile sets were, kind of flat. The walls and ceilings and everything about the caverns, wasn't exactly as rough-hewn and dynamic as you'd expect a actual cavern to be like. Like, if you go into a real rock cavern in real life, not everything is going to be, perfectly, smooth and flat. That's just not what it's going to be like. Though, having said that, I don't mind fantasy caverns not being entirely realistic, because some of those caverns, like on, caverns that you can go spelunking in, oh, good heavens, some of those are just really, really claustrophobic. Like, their definition of a cavern that you can absolutely, take a tour through is, like, literally only a couple of feet between the ceiling and the floor. Like, some of those experiences were kind of terrifying. I mean, there was water in that space, for heaven's sake, and we had to crawl through that. It wasn't the best experience I ever had. But where was I? Right, okay, yeah, Lava Caverns Revamp. Okay, so anyway, getting back to this mod, this just does a fantastic job of making the Lava Caverns feel like actual rough-hewn rock caverns that maybe were actually carved out by, pockets of lava deep in the, deep in underground. And that's a pretty fantastic effect, especially since in the vanilla game, all the cavern tile sets, like, the mold caverns, the mud caverns, and the lava caverns and sand caverns, and so on and so forth, were basically all the same, with just, slightly different textures. So, basically the only thing that was different between them was the coloring. And, this just goes the extra mile to actually give these lava caverns a bit of a unique look that is distinct from the other, types of caverns that you'll find in Morrowind. Though, having said that, I should note that SVNR is actually currently working on the mold caverns next, so you might see a replacement for those coming up here pretty soon. And hopefully he'll do a replacement for all the caverns in Morrowind. But until he does, in the meantime, you might want to use this on top of probably on top of Caverns Bump Mapped by Logan, because, Caverns Bump Mapped does currently cover the entire game. So, just install this on top of that, and that'll cover all the caverns in the base game. But anyway, I should note that this, once again, has normal mapping support if you're using OpenMW, and also PBR support if you have MGXE. So, once again, this just has all the graphical bells and whistles you could possibly want in a replacer, and it is, again, just an utterly fantastic, high-quality replacer that does just really an amazing job replacing these lava caverns, and I really can't recommend it enough. But anyway, that's our mod of the day, so, as always, I've been your host, Elf Guy. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.